What's up YouTube, this is Yoshi as usual, bringing you Let's Play Starswirl Academy, time and again, Demo 2.0, or whatever it says there at the bottom. The original demo for this game, which I played a while ago, well, there's been a lot added to it, so let's do this. I know that there was apparently some, he had to rename some of the characters, but, bonus scenes, streaky games once a year, board meeting. Let's just do the demo. I'll check out the bonus scenes later, whatever they are. Prologue. This demo represents a project still in development and does not reflect the final game. Some features such as menus and music are placeholders. I almost got through it. This all feels like one big dream. Dreams being the only place where I feel brave enough to stray from the path life has paved for me. Sticking to the path assures me that nothing can go wrong. Following the routine, playing my part, speaking when spoken to. It's a structure that, for the most part, has helped me play it safe. It seems that without any proper direction, I always end up making bad decisions. These actions have defined myself as a person I would rather leave behind. Since I've come to terms with this, I've found it hard to give myself the reins over my life again. That is, if someone like a teacher tells me to do something, I go along with it. Even my only friend in the world has the same authority. After all, they seem to have everything worked out better than I do. But is all of this what's best for me? I don't even know what's important to me right now, but apparently it's angsting. I haven't put much thought into it, and honestly, I'm not sure if I want to. I feel so unprepared. There I was, willingly surrendering to a life of solitude and monologue when reality clicked its fingers in my face. The path I had been hopelessly dragging myself down was taking me nowhere. To continue with it would have been meaningless, and it would have made this game very boring. I allowed myself to take a detour, although I don't quite feel like I've broken the mold from having done so, because I wouldn't even be going to this school if my friend hadn't opened the door for me. But for what it's worth, I'm grateful she did. I'll have a chance now, a chance to be something. Okay, that was interesting. And now I'm asleep. Hey, Earth to Tom! Well, that's sign number... Wait, what? Huh? Carousel Boutique Senator... What? What's that? Okay, I don't know what that's doing there, but okay. Is that like the name of the song, or... This is sounding very similar. I mean, very familiar. So yeah, when you do, she never really changes. So, the fact that it's happened... Okay, so this is pretty much all the same stuff as the original demo, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I'll just look through all this. The fact it's happening at all, I suppose. One day I'm going through the motions of my old school, and the next... Tai? How do you pronounce that A symbol right there? Is that supposed to be just an A? So, Tai? Taizohore? Tai comes back into my life, trying to convince me to go with this fancy academy of hers. Trying, succeeding, nothing, I guess. She makes an expression like she knows what I was thinking anyway. I can't do a female voice. You didn't have to come if you didn't want to. I sigh. I sigh. No, you didn't force me. I agreed to go, but I'm not sure if this is what I wanted to do. Things are moving so fast for me, it doesn't even feel real. I mean, I had this whole monologue a moment ago about how this is supposed to change my life and be good in everything, but still, I need to kind of be worried about it. Well, perhaps this will be a good thing for you if you're stuck in a rut. Stuck rutting? Trying new things is a good way to spur your creativity. Since you're always dragging your feet, I think Starswirl will do you some good. It probably will. After all, it's a prestigious school, and it'll challenge me academically. There will be new opportunities I wouldn't have had back home. I bet you'll be able to find what you're good at before you know it. Oh boy, cutie mark story. I laugh. Ha, ha, ha. You make it sound so easy. You never know until you try, right? I suppose. You really should get more into the spirit of this. Starswirl Academy is going to be absolutely amazing. I can already feel it. Tai has a way of always seeing the brighter side of life. Whenever I'm unsure or uncertain about what's going to happen, she's already rushing forward. She told me that while she was away, she had met many amazing people and learned many amazing things. I'm still not entirely sure what she went through, but it seems to have made her grow quite a lot as a person. She must really have it together to have received the scholarship she did. The Headmaster's Scholarship. It's so out of my league, it's kind of funny when I think about it. Actually, that reminds me. So this headmaster, what's he like? She is my idol. Oh, we just offended her. Dun dun dun. Oh, I just assumed. Anyone would have guessed the headmaster was a man. Wouldn't a woman be headmistress? Point. Now I think about it, I suppose it's not that uncommon. Other point. There's a lot that could be said about her. At least she didn't give me a lecture on the subject. Incoming lecture. She has a sense of grace about her. She does everything with a regal air. She's incredibly smart, probably the smartest person ever. She's incredibly kind and forgiving, both wise and clever. You can probably not tell at all what character this is based off of. And for her age, she's beautiful. Wow, that's quite the glowing review, Ty. If I had to guess, it sounds like you have a crush on her. Moving on. Ty, you're a jerk sometimes. Better than always a jerk. Like me! Teasing always brightens my, Her reactions are adorable. I'm sure you like Starswirl Academy. Just give it a chance, alright? Well, I am! Duh, I'm kind of on the train going there. Don't worry. The cabin goes quiet. Only the sound of the train clacking against the rails remains. Man, who turned off the background music? DJ, put it back on! Come, girl, let me touch that body. No, that's... Never mind. After a few minutes of watching the passing landscape flash by, my eyes wander over to Ty. She's curled up against the window, resting her head in her arms. She seems so calm and peaceful. It's almost as if I were looking at a completely different person. She's asleep. Ty always was a workaholic even when we were younger. She's asleep. She never stopped studying, and she wasn't working at home or shit. At least Ty looks to be asleep. Her face prints. She took it out quickly. I guess even the workaholic can burn herself out. I need water. Remember the train blowing against the tracks below is the only thing breaking the silence. Wake her up, explore the train, spray shaving cream in her hand, and then tickle her nose. Screw it. Sure, why not? She's been relentless in her teasing lately. I slowly stand up to reach for my luggage above Ty's seat. As I unzip the front pocket, she looks up at me. What are you doing? I quickly zip the pocket and zip back in. Just checking something. She probably would have killed me anyway. Well, only one thing to do. She is awake! You know she's awake, right? Am I gonna wake her up when she's... Screw you, I'm going to explore the train. Okay, I guess that is the music? I guess that shows what music is playing at the moment? Huh. Does it have to do that? Can it, like, not? Maybe? Unless I suffer the wrath of the grumpy Saito monster. So her name is Tai Saito. Okay. Get up as quickly as I can and shovel towards the compartment door. It takes a little while for me to adjust to standing after having sat for so long. It can be a little disorienting walking on a train while it's moving, and I'm having to keep on flicking the analog stick on my Xbox 360 thing, so I'm trying to download something. Don't want it to shut off. I'm sure Ty would have a super nerdy physics explanation for it. I think the train porter mentioned a dining car at the back. As I make my way there seems to be very few passengers. It almost feels like this train is empty. There's got to be other students aboard, right? I guess they're probably napping through the train ride in their cabins like Ty is. Oh, yeah, there's a thing down here. I can click save, load save, and I can skip, I guess, if I've already done this. Cafe car is huge, much bigger than I expected. Like everywhere else, seemingly empty. Hello there! An energetic voice calls from behind the bar. What? What? Empty cup falls to the floor. Oh hey, a girl jumps up, rubbing her head and wincing. You okay? I'm fine. Ah, Starswirl? I glance down. With these clothes, I suppose everyone will recognize me as an academy student now. Yeah, I'm on my way. My eyes are suddenly drawn to her clothes. You're a student at Starswirl too? Mm-hmm. But then what are you doing here? What am I doing here? She doesn't seem to follow my question. I mean, today. It's Friday! No, working on a train? Why are you working here? I'm making some extra money to pay for tuition. Not quite there. I sigh. No, I mean, isn't it a school day? It's No, I didn't want to do that. It's rhetorical, of course. I'm sure it is. School started on Monday. Oh yeah, it is. I don't think I'm going to get my question answered. But even so, for a school with a reputation like Starswirl's, I would have expected them to be much more strict than that. The girl put something wrapped in foil in front of me. My train of thought is suddenly derailed. Hopefully this train doesn't get derailed. Judging by the shape, looks like a sandwich. Here you are. But I didn't even... It's on the house. I do admit, sandwich sounds good. I can't argue with a free sandwich. Or my stomach, for that matter. Alright then, thanks. No problem. Dixie. Okay. So that's one of the name changes. So there's Twilight became Ty, Ditzy / Derpy became Dixie. I mean, do. Alright, time to sleep. Perfect for napping. Sleeping out of trade.
Headmaster Solomon.
What? Oh.
I'm writing to thank you again for the opportunity to study at Starswirl Academy.
Whoa!
I never dreamed that I'd be able to attend a school like this, and it wouldn't have been possible without your generous scholarship.
This is a cool intro sequence.
Transfer in for their senior year, but I'm confident that I'll be able to find my talent all the same. I'll be arriving on campus later this week, and I look forward to finally meeting you in person.
Man,
Future student, Tai Saito.
Whoever made this is pretty awesome.
Yes, I should also thank you for making special arrangements for... Tom?
Oh, whoa, wait,
Tom.
what?
Wake up, we're almost there.
Anime cutscenes? Holy shit, this demo is awesome! This game is awesome! Welcome to Starswirl. I guess it's like chapter 1 or something? I'm being messaged on Skype. Okay, problem solved. I shift from my sleep and you let out a yawn. Welcome back to the land of the living, sleepyhead. You are out like a light. The train is comfier than it looks. That's like something you would say before you pass out after someone punches you in the face. Another yawn as I rub my eyes, letting Ty come into focus. Grab your stuff. The taxi will be waiting for us. Starswirl is just a short drive from the station. There's that gleam in her eye, the one that shows how excited she is. I usually only see her when she's savoring a brand new book, but it seems Starswirl draws out the same kind of buzz. Alright, I'm up. I stand up and give a stretch before grabbing my luggage from overhead. Ty quickly does the same. The train stops outside a small station. Sure enough, a taxi is waiting nearby. Ty and I place our bag in the trunk and step into the cab. I'm guessing Starswirl students. I give a slight nod to his reflection in the rear view. I can only see his eyes, though. Can't quite make out a face. You got it, boss. The taxi lurches into drive as we pull away from the station and through what seems to be the center of the town. Can't say I've seen you two around here. Either you two have grown since last year or I'm losing my marbles. Neither, sir. We're transferring seniors. It's our first time here. Ain't that right? Well, welcome to Aphelion Valley, kids. While not busy enough for bumper-to-bumper traffic, there's still a sense of hustle and activity amongst the town's residents. Gas stations along the outskirts soon become restaurants and shops, a small plaza where not too many people are out and about, but I'm able to recognize the academy uniforms some are wearing as we drive by. Well, Tom, this is it. Our new home for the next few months. The tone in her voice is a bit familiar, something similar to what my parents had said when we moved into the town I currently live in. Or, well, used to live in, I suppose. We'll make the most of it. After turning an intersection, the plaza slightly fades out view. Typo number 1. Shops become apartments, which soon become a line of trees. And before I realize how far we drove, we're here. Lyra and Bonbon. The car comes to a stop in front of some rather regal-looking gates, contrasted to the architecture we've just been seeing. I figure it must be at least a 20-minute walk back to town. As I step out of the car, I'm suddenly taken aback by the reality of the situation. In front of me are the gates that will lead to the next year of my life, and perhaps even something further in the future. Something I can't even begin to grasp right now. I could see a massive area of lush grass and trees beyond the gate. Just from looking at it, I would have assumed it was a park, but beyond the grass and trees I can make out a massive building, which I assume is on the main campus. It's huge. That's what she said! It seems Ty is in just as much awe as I am. This is far removed from what I'm used to back home, with a simple little house and a school that, while big, was nowhere near this size. Excuse me? Wait. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the taxi driver. Gah! I was so awestruck by the size of the school I didn't even notice that someone was waiting for us by the gate. Oh hey, it's you! You know her? I met her on the train. Oh, Ponyville, Autumn, okay. I'm just noticing the music stuff in the corner. Dixie, this is Ty. Dixie positively beams at Ty. Laser beams! Hello. Hi there! Do you want to walk in with us? Actually, the headmaster told me to meet you two. Headmaster Solomon sent you? Mm-hmm. She clears her throat and holds her hands behind her back, standing on her tiptoes to give herself extra height. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Starswirl Academy. Wait a second, if the headmaster sent you and you were already on the train, why didn't you just meet up with us at the station? I don't know. Oh, because she told me to welcome you at the gate, not the train. Well, alright. I really wasn't expecting such a formal greeting. I mean, we're just students arriving at school. Isn't that supposed to be a normal thing? Just how ridiculously upscale is this place? Well, it's very nice to meet you, Dixie. Are you here to take us to the headmaster's office? Oh no, I'm just here to take your luggage. The headmaster wanted to make sure you weren't dragging your luggage around everywhere, so she sent me. And now our luggage is being carried to our rooms for us? Ty, what have you gotten me into? Well, this is gonna be great. Well, I appreciate the offer, but it's really not necessary. I can carry our luggage. Oh, it's really no trouble for me. I do this sort of thing all the time around here. Are you sure? They're kind of heavy. Don't count me out just yet. I'm stronger than I look. As if to demonstrate her point, she quickly saunters over to her luggage and picks it up. When she has everything, she manages to balance them in her arms, so I can't help but notice her knees shaking a little. I have to admit, she's stronger than she looks. Though she obviously doesn't have to carry all of it, most of the bags have wheels. Well, it seems you can certainly hold your own. I guess we can trust you with the luggage then. Just be careful, I don't want you to hurt yourself. Or my stuff. Hey, don't worry, I'm just showing off. She quickly places the luggage back on the ground and grabs hold of them the way they were meant to be lifted. Wait just a moment, let me see the bags for a second. Ty inspects the bags for a split second and smiles with a nod. Okay, what was that for? Okay, so we're heading to the headmaster's office now. We warp through the gate! I follows in Dixie's footsteps and opens the front gate. I quickly follow behind her. The courtyard opens up before me and I get a feel for just how big this place really is. It's all I can do to keep from gawking as my eyes wander about the scenery and the ever slowly approaching building. In the distance, I hear what sounds like a school bell going off. Students slowly start appearing as they head on their way for various activities. Good job, Max. Some of them pass us, perhaps on their way into town. Some are just out for a walk in the park, and others seem to be waiting for people. I can't help but notice how well off a lot of these students appear. All of the uniforms are well taken care of, and they're all walking around with expensive phones or bags. Xbox? No. I already feel myself becoming conscious of how normal my own things are going to look in comparison. It takes us a good minute or so to get close to the main building when Ty stops, hand on her chin in thought. What? Having second thoughts now? Huh? Of course not. Do you not know the way? Ty? It's fine, we'll just ask for directions. Well, I suppose it makes sense. I'd prefer to just look for some signs that would tell us where to go, but asking people works too. Just a matter of finding someone to ask now. Hi there! Wah! Gah! From out of nowhere, a girl grabs our hands and shakes them. My name's Polly Parks. You two must be new here. Welcome to Starswirl Academy. Oh, yes. Thank you. We just got here. The bright pink girl inhales with a large gasp. For some reason, Ty's words seem to have shocked her. But that must mean you haven't been able to make any friends yet. We're gonna just to see the campus or taste any of the food or even get to pet one of the new baby bunnies. Baby bunnies? Yes, that's true, but there'll be time for that soon. See, we're actually looking for directions to the headmaster's office. Could you tell us the way? I can do better than that. I'll take you there myself. It'll be like a tour of Starswirl Extravaganza. Let old Polly Parks lead the way, and you'll be there before you know it. Tour? No, we just need... There's another flash of pink, and suddenly my vision is filled with a deep blue. Her face is so close that I can feel her nose pressing up against mine as I stare into her eyes. What do you think? Sounds like fun, right? Yeah, sure. Sounds fun. Get away from me. I need an adult. Doesn't this girl know anything about personal space? Probably not. Alright! Her arms surround me and she squeezes me tightly for a hug as a giggle escapes her lips. My face is quickly flushing. I can already tell we're the bestest of friends! In a flurry of excitement and energy, she grabs hold of my hand and breaks the embrace, only to quickly start dragging me off deeper into the schoolyard. Hey, wait for me! Ty quickly yells out as she gives chase to the hurricane that appears to be abducting me. So what's your name? I haven't heard it yet. My name? Of course, I can't probably start the tour without knowing your name. Then why did you start dragging me already? It's, No, that's a silly name. Who named your kid, Oh, excuse me. My parents thought they were very clever. It's not, it's Tom. Now, see, that wasn't so hard, now was it? This girl. And what's your girlfriend's name? What? I don't have a girlfriend. Well, she do. She's a girl who's your friend, right? A girlfriend. Right. I think you're gonna have an aneurysm. Hold up, you two. Seems Ty finally caught up. She's panting. I can already tell she's not... Oh, I accidentally clicked. She's just running off like that. Can't you at least wait for me? Oh, I thought you'd be right behind us. So sorry. I'll make sure you're both able to join the Polypark's Spectacular Starswirl Academy Extended Grand Tour. I don't think we really signed up for this. You just kind of showed up and started dragging us along. We really don't need a... Hey, what's your name? You haven't told me yet. My name? Yes, your name, so they can't give you a proper tour unless they get to know your name. Don't give her the name, then she can't give us a tour. But we don't... She lets out a sigh of defeat and crosses her arms. My name is Tai Saito, and we need to get to the headmaster's office. We have an important meeting we have to get to. Oh, I totally understand. The headmaster is awfully wonderful. I'll make sure you're on time for your meeting, no problem. Really? You're sure about that? Absolutely, positively. I don't think positively is a word. So on the first step of the Polypark Super Amazing School Tour, I present to you the Starswirl Academy Courtyard. She opens her arms wide as she shows off the area we've just finished walking through. It seems classes have just finished. There are a lot more students wandering around now. The courtyard is the most commonly used recreational area. It can be used for a wide variety of things. Picnics, sports, hanging out, studying, dates, walks, parties, late night rendezvous, pretty much anything you can think of. I don't think most people would think to use the courtyard in all those ways. As you can imagine, it's become a somewhat popular part of the campus, though you'll see fewer people around here fewer people here around study time, of course, but the year has started, so everyone's taking time to enjoy themselves. Seems pretty relaxed for such a prestigious academy. Oh, it just looks that way. Some students have simple tasks to complete around this time, but the classes are very serious. For example, I already have a 5,000-word essay due by next week. 5,000? The school hasn't even been open for a day. Wasn't it just orientation? Oh lord, what have I gotten myself into? Well, 5,000 isn't work doesn't seem too impossible. Maybe for a walking encyclopedia! So, the courtyard is just a commons? Pretty much. It's also the only entrance and exit on campus, so everyone uses it at some point. Of course, you can always walk down to town if you want, as it's only about a 20-minute walk from campus. A lot of students like to hang out there during breaks. See, what kind of things are there to do in town? Well, there are things like restaurants, movie theater, arcade, a shopping district, tax grade, lots of other little mom and pop shops. Mom and pop shops? Everything to fill any of your towning needs. I see. I'll be sure to keep all of that in mind. Boy, for being someone who wasn't interested in a tour at all, she sure has taken a sudden interest in everything Polly is saying. If you ever need a tour of the town, I'd be happy to help there as well. For now, though, we'll just keep to the school. Let's head for the next area. Polly bounds off towards the building in front of us, leaving me in time to try and catch up with her. Warp! We've teleported! As Polly opens the front doors... Why is it called Lyra and Bonbon if Lyra and Bonbon are nowhere nearby? As Polly opens the front doors to the building in front of us, we're greeted with hallways that stretch out to meet several classrooms. Way down the hall, I can see a stairwell leading to other floors, with students sparsely populating the paths. Welcome to the main school building! Here's the center of knowledge in the whole school. You find teachers, books, notes, sometimes lockers, and chalkboards. Those are really important to learning things. I don't think the chalkboards are the important part. Well, of course they are, silly. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have accessible boards to take notes off of. They're a very important part of the curriculum. I don't think this girl knows exactly what she's talking about. You think? Though I have heard the school is looking into fancy new screen boards, like you'd be able to write directly onto them and everything. Can't you do that already? Yeah, but with these new boards, everyone can see the notes, and once! That's how it is already! Really, I've been hearing that it's mostly a budget issue, though. Seems the school's trying to save up for them, so chances are we won't be seeing them this year, but who knows? Maybe at class reunions we could all stare in awe at how awesome the new stuff is. At this rate, I don't think I'll be attached enough to this school to care to go to a reunion. Still, though, the classes are something you're going to get used to seeing real fast. A school day is never done until you've seen them at least once, so this part of the tour will be a little short. I know exactly what to show you next. It's super duper amazingly breathtaking. I probably guarantee it. And with that, she bounces off once more in a whirlwind. That girl has a lot of energy in her, doesn't she? You can tell she's biting in with them, a nervous habit of hers I seem to start doing as well lately. You okay? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine. The look of worry on her face quickly disappears, and she seems to be back to her normal self. Well, I'm reading everything fast now. Come on, let's follow after her before she drags us by force. I can't help but wonder if Ty is really on board for this whole tour thing, but my mind can't seem to focus on any other thought than moving forward. Hey, Slowpoke, something wrong or something right? Got a question for me or something? I bet you I can answer it. Questions? Wasn't expecting that. I thought she was just going to talk forever. The one thing keeps bothering me. Well, maybe. The balloon on your uniform. Does everyone have something like that? Oh, you two haven't heard about it? She gasps in mock surprise. At least I think it's mock surprise. Could be the real thing. Probably is the real thing. Now that you mention it, I think Dixie had a pin too. Her nose scrunches up while she tries to remember. She does that when a piece of information escapes her. It doesn't happen often, but I have to say, she looked kind of cute when she does it. It's a nice change from her normal demeanor. Is it a club insignia? You have a balloon, so party committee? Polly laughs. Oh, close! This is my student flair. It's not as official as a student club. Why are you giving me bedroom eyes? She got really quiet when she said the last part. Is it really necessarily to typo number 2, to whisper about something you can see as plain as day on our uniform? She's acting like talking about it's punishable by death. Right! Headmaster Solomon mentioned it once. It's a symbol representing the person's personality or hobby. Bingo! That's right! Ty is just beaming. She really does enjoy being right, even for something as trivial as this. Every year, the first years are presented with their own flair at the Fall Festival. It's given to them by the upperclassmen who's gotten to know them the best. But you two are new, so we'll pretend you're first years. So if you hang out with a school band, you'll probably end up with a tuba or something. It's usually pretty personal, though. She points at her flare. I'm head cheerleader. My flare has nothing to do with cheering. Well, unless I bring balloons, which I sometimes do. Well, I need to buy more balloons. She stares off into space. Well, this is gonna be great. None of this is in the handbook. I've read it 6 times. I just noticed that little stoppy thing at the end of the text is actually different for each. Yeah, like it's a 6-pointed star for her. I don't get the feeling she's understating that number. It's a regular star for me. Well, duh, it wouldn't be in a balloon for Polly. Gotta get it right. Yeah, you said it wasn't official. So, am I gonna have a star as my thing? So wait, so Tom's flare is, or quote-unquote cheetah mark is a star? How does that make sense? Bingo part 2, electric bingaloo! What? But it's part of the uniform. No, it's not, silly. It's entirely off the record. Real hush-hush. The school just doesn't do anything about it. It's been a tradition for a super long time. Or for a super long time. Hush-hush? Is she for real? Didn't Ty just say that Headmaster Solomon told her about it? I think the tradition's older than the school, actually. How is that even? What do the teachers do about it? But you just said that Headmaster Solomon... Oh, no one really minds. One time I even saw Ms. Solomon compliment a student on theirs. So I'll be getting one too? Of course, everybody gets one. Yeah, it'll be a bookworm. Ty looks like she just smells something gross. What? No, I don't want a worm on my uniform. She tenses up like there's an actual worm on her shirt. Well, I wouldn't worry. As long as you get to know someone, you're bound to get something super awesome. Wait, so what happens if you don't end up getting to know someone who already has their flair? Well, it doesn't happen often. But it does happen? There were 3 blanks last year. A blank. I'm definitely gonna get mine. She looks determined. I think she's getting too worked up over this. I wonder, though. I hope there's no... Do blanks get treated the same? It seems like something like that. At least, it seems like something... Oh, okay. It seems like something that might cause teasing. I thought they forgot the like or something. Polly looks a bit more subdued when we talk about it. I swear she deflated a little bit. Balloon, indeed. Honestly, they're harder on themselves than anyone else is. There's always a few students who enjoy poking fun, but it's not any worse than anything else they could tease someone for. There's also no rule saying that a blank can't just assign themselves flair if they really wanted to. Really? So I can decide what mine is right now? Well, yeah, but what's special about that? What do you mean? That perked her back up. She's all bubbly again. God damn it, Tom. The flair is just part of it. Finding out who gives you your flair is half the fun. She traces the balloon on her uniform absent-mindedly. So who gave you your flair? Polly smiles. It isn't her goofy smile. It's like she's remembering something bittersweet. It's strange, like she's a different person all of a sudden. You've used that description a lot. That's no good either. You can't just ask someone that. Flair's sort of intimate. It's like showing how much you care about someone. I just noticed there's something going on with that door in the background. How come, like, on the thing, like, one of the curved things is gray and the other one's brown? What is this? I see. So flare could be a very personal thing. Hence why she didn't outright say who it was that gave her a flare, I guess. Exactly. So did the blanks end up choosing their own flare? No, the three from last year have been agonizing over finding their own special talent. They want to earn theirs from their classmates. I wonder who they could be! That's admirable. They're really focused, too. There's that goofy smile again. Well, that answers that. Anything else you want to ask me? Tell me more about classes, tell me more about student life. We really need to get... let's ask questions. What are classes like? Polly looks up to the ceiling as if the curriculums were written on the walls. I half expect Ty to be clawing her eyes out in anxiety of not getting to the headmaster's office on time, but she actually seems pretty invested in my question, too. I can answer this. Take it away! Polly, why is your head so close? Never mind. There are standard and advanced mandatory classes. I hope you can tell the difference between the two. Sweet burn, Ty! And then there are specialty classes. Those are everyone's favorite. There's pretty much a class for almost every field you can think of. What are your specialty classes, Polly? This year, I'm taking philosophy and Espanol. Why those two? What do you plan on becoming? I have no idea! I'm also at student council, but that's not so much of a class, it is just a free period of fun. What about you two? What did you pick for your specialties? Chemistry, biology, computer science, ancient history, French, Latin, and Chinese. Oops. Oh, and astronomy. I had meant to add that to the list once I spoke with the headmaster. I wonder exactly how many she had checked off on her application. Wow, Swenny, there's no way the headmaster's going to allow you to do that. Wait, huh? Most students usually have 2 specialty classes. I know a few other busybodies who are taking 3. And I knew this guy who knew this girl who met a teacher who heard about a student who took 5 specialties one year. What happened to him? He died. Ty's squints. Typo number 3. I'm sure I can handle it. I don't think I'm gonna die. Whatever you say. What about you, Tom? Any classes catch your eye? I heard ornithology is a real hoot this year. To be honest, nothing really jumps out at me, except you! Boring answer, I know. Sue me. Yes, you're being sued now. I need money. Ever consider creative writing? Ooh, maybe art? Actually, the writing and art clubs are both looking for members right now because of it. Can't we please just get on with the tour? And Ty's impatient side services. Okay, whatever you say, boss. Onwards! Allons-y! Polly pushes open the door at the end of the hall, shining the sun into our eyes as we walk out of the corridor. Next stop, the club building. Just your typical building where all the clubs go to have meetings and fun activities and all sorts of fun. Can you spell redundant? We walk through the outdoor quad, which is seemingly empty. Guessing there's not a lot to do today, club-wise. I know every one of the clubs in each of their rooms. Watch, we'll go inside and you can quiz me. I get the feeling Ty only heard the word quiz out of all of what she said. Polly pulls open the door into the adjacent building and stands like a butler, ushering us in with her hand and speaking in an accent. Yes, please do me the honor of passing through this portico, son, madam. Ty looks at me, but all I can do is shrug and enter through first, her and Polly following close behind and closing the doors. This is... oh. Okay, this hallway is almost identical to the last one, but unlike the other, it's completely empty. The air is still inside. I was about to say, this is exactly the same hallway. Alright, time for the Polly Parks Powered Quick Club Camp... Wait. Time for the Polly Parks Powered Quick Club Clamor. Close enough. Well, the air was silent. Polly strikes a runner's pose like she's on the starting block. Please don't tell me we have to keep up with her. Let's go! Polly takes a huge breath and starts walking down the hall. There's an anime club, tank club, cooking club, music club, dance club, night club, day club, web club, hubbub club. Oh, and even a club. Isn't that silly? Okay, I'm gonna... I need to read these. There's an anime club, tank club, cooking club, breakfast club, writing club, golf club, music club, dance club, night club, day club, web club, hubbub club, and oh, and even club. Isn't that silly? I noticed what you did with golf club. Where was I? Oh yeah! Caddy club, wooden club, AV club, glee club, chess club, grounds club. How many clubs are there again? She just doesn't stop. She's pointing at every single door in this hallway and fixing a name to it. I find it hard to believe she knows every one of these clubs. And fashion club! Polly's breathing kinda heavily at this point. Gotta admit, I'm oddly impressed. Did I miss any? Is there, I don't know, a rock collecting club? Aw, darn it. I forgot about that one. Could you please keep it down up there? I'm trying to concentrate. Voice was... Oh, wait. Regal, I am not good at assigning these voices off the top of my head. Also, I just realized my controller died. Hang on. There we go. A voice with a sort of regal accent comes from a door adjacent to us. And it's definitely a much better accent than Polly's. Polly pushed the door to a slightly brighter room inhabited by one sole girl. Oh, Rosalind, we're sorry. I didn't know there were people in here. I had anticipated to sketch some new designs today, since I hadn't expected anyone to be running through here. The girl, Rosalind, closed her eyes and shakes her head to perish her impatience. Never mind. What do we have here? New students? They're two transferring students on the Polypark's tour and more. The incredibly good-looking girl smiles affectionately at us, clasping her hands together. Well, there's flirting going on. My name is Rosalind Montgomery. To whom do I owe the pleasure? I'm actually surprised there exist people who speak so proper. My name's Tai Saito. I'm Tom. Very pleased to meet you, Tom. ... Tai clears her throat loudly. Oh, you too, darling. Likewise. Rosalind is always wearing our next fashion piece, ain't you, Rosalind? Well, what with the fall festival fastly approaching, it's like you never do anything else at all. Rosalind finally takes her gaze off me and turns to Polly, perplexity written across her features. I beg your pardon? Uh-oh, there's gonna be a fight. Oh, you know what I mean. I just hop around the school a lot and I hardly ever see you outside of a classroom or club room or any room. Ah, so Tai won't be the only studious one around here. Rosalind loops a curl of her shiny purple hair around her pale finger. I wish you wouldn't make me sound so obsessive in front of the new students, Paulina. There's nothing wrong with wanting to keep on top of things. Tai's reassurance relaxes her a bit. That should be either Tai's reassurance relaxes her or Tai's reassurances relax her. So typo number 4, I think. Rosalind curls a smile and bows courteous. Ah, I clicked out of the thing. Courteously. Yes, precisely. Thank you, dear. So then, what do you do for fun? Rosalind snaps her attention back to me and gets up from her chair, pointing at her chest as she does a sort of cute bend to the knees. I am an artiste! I design and create my own fashion ensembles, as you can see here. No, silly, you said what do you do for fun? Her smile drops and her whole posture deflates like she's sighing internally. I heard what he said, thank you. She thinks working in a classroom is like a pastime? Wow. How should I respond? I can't exactly relate to Rosalind here, nor do I know her well enough to say for sure, but I'm gonna avoid pissing her off. Who are we to judge if what she does makes her happy? I think it's cool that you get enjoyment out of your work. It must seem less like work if you actually have fun doing it, right? I'd be envious if I actually had work to I'd be envious. How am I forgetting the N? I'd be envious if I actually had work to love and hate simultaneously. She closes her eyes and nods slowly. See, Polly, this fine gentleman understands. Polly shrugs. Well, sure, everybody knows that fashion is your passion and all, but too much work would drive anybody crazy. Like you? I look at Tai. What? Nothing. Anyway, we're probably interrupting you, Rosalind. We should get going. Very considerate of you, Tom. It's too bad we can't continue this right now. I hope you both settle in all right. Thank you. Please pop by again if you're interested in joining my fashion club, by the way, or if you just want to stop and say hello. She winks at me, and I'm suddenly aware of my heartbeat. Shipping, 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 shipping. Alrighty, let's get around with the tour. See you later, Rosalind. Take care now. We smile at each other as we wave goodbye, following our bouncy tour guide out the door and into the quiet hallway. Not long after we walk a few steps, does Polly break the silence with a giggle. You two seem to hit it off. I wouldn't go that far. We barely said anything. Ah, but I see things, Tom. So do I. They're called eyes. She leans close to me, our noses almost touching. Everything.